Now is the chance to use reliable energy to grow your money with the Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. Our new investment product offers competitive returns, no maintenance fees, and flexible online access to your money. Make the reliable investment in reliable energy. The Dominion Energy Reliability Investment. To find out more, go online to reliabilityinvestment.com. That's reliabilityinvestment.com.
A message from Virginia Department of Health. Some of the new COVID-19 variants spread more easily. Lower your risk of infection by staying away from large crowds and wearing a layered mask in indoor public settings.
I think it's going around, so it is what it is.
Yeah, like your mom.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah, my mom only really hangs out with Jesus, as far as I.
If that's you telling me she's passed on, so to leave her alone, I don't think so.
No, she hangs.
All right, good.
All right, let's do this. Hey, blasphemers, hang tight. Kane Loke is our guest. He is back, and we're about to start the show right now. Hey, blasphemers, welcome to Simple Blasphemy, where we have the best times with the worst topics.
We're three friends that discuss everything and nothing, from wacky headlines to games and trivia. All subjects bizarre and risque are on the table.
Our weekly guests range from friends, musicians, and artists to professionals in a variety of industries.
We go live on Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Want to support the show? Join our Patreon. You can find it and more at www.simpleblasphemy.com.
So grab a drink and join it!
It's too late now. This is Simple Blasphemy.
All right.
That was nice.
Welcome to the Simple Blasphemy Podcast, all you blasphemers out there. My name is Zach Ward, and I have here with me always Harry Andes.
Los Locos kick your ass. Los Locos kick your face. Los Locos kick your balls into outer space.
Very nice.
What was the Mean Gene Had a Machine?
JoJo cranked it and blew the whole goddamn thing apart.
All right, Green Had a Machine. He's with us. How you doing, Green?
I don't know, man. I'm here again. I don't know what happened. Everything's a blur, man.
Okay, fine.
Oh, wow. Good times. Good times.
Could be. All the info on the show can be found on simpleblasphemy.com. And if you click that like, share, or subscribe button, especially all at the same time, you'll receive 5 years of what this year, Andy?
Perfect bow ties.
Oh, very nice.
Nice. Take advantage of that.
Better than Botox.
As mentioned, we've got Kane Loke up in the hizzy.
What up, Joe?
What's happening?
Ain't shit but the rent.
Okay. We got a really good show for you. Loke's got a lot that's on his mind. He's going to be taking the pulpit here pretty
pulpit.
Early.
This is my version of church, baby.
Is that like the Pope's penis? Could the Pope's penis be called the pulpit?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, that's what they put in the orange juice to make it
pulpy. The Jim Jones version.
Now, we usually ask a couple questions at the beginning of the show, but we're just going to do one for you here today. Kane has no clue what is about to be asked, and we're going to dive into Kane. Kane threw a message up on Facebook in August that we're going to review, see what's going on in his life, and then we also have a couple internet videos.
Oh my! No!
Oh my!
Oh no, bro!
And no, that's not Kane on the TV.
I know, but he looks a lot like one of my sons or something. I would whoop my kid's ass if he had that shirt on, though.
All right, so Kane, here's your question: What embarrassing thing have your coworkers found out that you wish they never had?
I don't know if you know what I do for a living, excuse me, but I'm a professional mover. And what that means is I work with fucking crazy people. Like the craziest people in the world do what I do because it's a hard job and we go through a lot of people. So embarrassing things that they would know, I don't think there is such a thing with these guys. Like we share the worst farts imaginable going across the country and we laugh nonstop. So well, after you shit your pants in front of somebody, I mean, what is there to be embarrassed about?
So you basically hotbox with
well, hotbox is a term we like to use for smoking weed. Don't cross that over with shit in your pants. I mean, that ruins hotboxing for a lot of us.
We can call that the juice box.
Very nice, because that is exactly what it is. Let me tell you something. You eat on the road for 3 days, Speedwood, Tornadoes. Wow. Mixed with some beers from the night before. That's rough. That's rough, man.
Yeah. Anal leakage.
All right.
Seepage. We like to use seepage.
Seepage.
Yeah, seepage.
With all those ingredients and all the fucking modern day fucking junk food.
Yes, all just the pureed meat. Yeah.
Speedy things you can buy with Speedy Rewards for
$500.
$500.
Oh God, pureed meat.
Yeah. All right. Now, right before we dive into you, Kane, we both have an affinity for hating birds. We're just not a fan of them. It's not fun. My stipulation is as long as it's like I can punt the bird, like if it's big enough, I can punt it.
Right.
I'm okay with it. But anything smaller than that.
No, you don't see the intricacies of a small bird is worse because just like since I've last left you, I've had a fucking bird incident that is unbelievable.
Well, let's hold that thought.
Unbelievable.
I would like to start with one video just to get the party rolling.
Oh, fucking some
folks,
birds.
And also, if you're in the chat, feel free to comment, make fun of us, ask questions. You're more than welcome.
Get beat up.
Here we go. First video. And Kane, by the way, when we hit the video, you can click the microphone so you can talk because it defaults to being muted, but you can unmute it during the video. Okay.
Should I just watch?
Oh yeah, go ahead. No.
All right, I will. I will. Thank you.
Son of the Holy Spirit to guide the loved one home.
In the Bible, the Lord speaks about how spiritual the white dove is to his teaching.
Oh, please bite her.
These doves today. Remember.
Oh, blow.
Don't grieve for me, for as the white dove, I too have been set free. Lift up your hearts and share with me.
You bitch, why would she do that?
Set me free. You will spirit dove first.
He's gonna eat the fucking thing with his big ass.
Followed by the Holy Trinity.
Oh no!
Jesus
Christ. Oh yes! Oh, score! Goal!
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Hood ornament.
I take it the semi hit the bird. I didn't get to see it, but
smashed two of them, I think.
Oh, both of them.
Yes. Yeah, he got a twofer.
One stone.
He got a twofer on that one.
God works in mysterious ways, motherfucker.
That wasn't fucking mysterious. When he sends a Mack truck to mow down your face, he doesn't like it either.
Oh no! So
that was great. That was great.
Why do people do this? I mean, why do people take animals and then walk them around like little trophies and spiritual things? And
because people are fucking idiots.
Okay.
I mean, how do you get eaten by a tiger in your own yard? Imagine that.
Idiot.
Imagine that. Like, how did Bill get killed? Well, the tiger he fucking bought and raised ate him.
Or alligator.
Or the snake bit him and poisoned him, and now he's dead in the cupboard. I don't know. People, man. But you know what? You'll never hear in your life. Kane Loke was eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
You know why I can never be eaten by a shark? Because they don't wear pants. And I don't go in the ocean. So
all right. So you had what's this unbelievable bird story?
This motherfucker.
Okay.
So I come home from work, and I mean it was like a fucking murder scene, bro. Okay. Like I literally stopped at the back door because it was ajar. Yeah. It was a door but it was ajar. Get it?
Yeah.
So, and I stopped and I'm like, oh man, that's weird. I know I shut my doors, right? I know I shut my doors. Like, that's kind of weird. So it's like, just imagine the beginning of this horror movie. That's how it would start. The camera would be on them. They would notice their door. So I noticed the door. I push it open. I take a couple steps in. Now, when you come in my back door, you have like 4 steps immediately. By the second step, there's blood.
Oh.
And literally, bro, my ass puckered. You're like, I was like, wait a minute, because the only person, like my kids aren't even supposed to be here. Like my son Vegas should be at school, and my daughter Asia should, I think at this point, she should still be at work. So I'm like, holy shit, man, that's blood. I got up to the top. I seen more blood on my linoleum, right? Or I tile. Damn, my bad. On my tile. And then I'm like, holy shit. I know. I said, holy shit. And I come around the corner. Then I seen feathers.
Oh, no.
I was like, feathers? Blood. I'm like, they're here. Like it's
man.
It's every fucking thing I've ever imagined, right? Like I'm gonna come around the corner and it's gonna be like fucking Candyman, only made of birds just standing there like. Wah. So I come around the corner and now there's a pile of feathers in the middle of my living room floor. A pile of feathers on the side of my couch. Blood on my wall. Like I have a cat, Larry. God bless you, Larry. Like Larry was in this motherfucker tussling with this bird, right? Like had to have been, is what I'm thinking. So I run down in my room. There's nothing down there, no feathers, no blood, no nothing. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. So I go on the stairs, excuse me, I look at the stairs and the feathers are going upstairs. And upstairs is my daughter Asia's room and my son Vegas's room and a bathroom. So I'm like, thank God this motherfucker, like it happened upstairs. So I get to the top of the stairs. There's piles of feather and blood up here. I mean, literally, it looked like 4 or 5 birds got into it or something. There's that many feathers. I didn't even know there was that many on a fucking bird. Bucket. Dude, exactly. So I go on my daughter. I look at my daughter Asia's room because now we're in a closed quarters. I'm not as brave as I was downstairs, and I realized this. You know what I'm saying?
Like the only time Kate Loke's not hard.
No, not even a little bit. Hell no, bro. I will scream like a bitch if one of them fuckers. Well, anyway, listen. So I push open her door, and I see some rustling on her bed. So she's got a bed. I look to the ground. She has a huge comforter right there. So I grab the comforter, and I don't even look around the corner. Like I could see half of the bed and I could see the sheet and stuff moving, and I could hear stuff, but the bird's not crying or like making any noise other than its physicalness. So dude, I go around the corner. I don't even look at the bird. I throw the blanket, I held 2 ends so it would spiral open like a net, like a fisherman's net. And I launched it on the bed. It floats down. It's got the bird, right? And this is where I fucked up. What do I do now? Like, okay, there's the bird. I got the fucking blanket on it. Every time I walk over to the blanket to try to push my hands around it, the bird flutters and moves under there, and I freak out and I run out of the room. This happens for
an eagle,
dude. It literally felt like a pterodactyl.
Holy
it was
shit!
I know, but the size of it, I mean, it felt like it was about a good. What are the birds called? What are the birds called? Demon. It felt like a demon. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So anyway, I scoop the fucker up. I get it all together, and I go to move it, and it falls out the bottom because I'm scared to crush its feet or something. Like I didn't make the whole circle, so it falls out the bottom. And here it's a good-sized bird. There's not a feather on it, but its side wings.
Oh,
all of the feathers from its head to its fucking. I didn't know if birds had a tail, but they have something like that. All the way down to the rudder.
Spoiler.
They got all the way down to the rudder. Fucking, he's got no feathers, bro. And I mean, his back is fucking red, bleeding in spots. So then I felt bad for the animal it is. I turned around, I scooped it up real good. I got it in the blanket. I brought it downstairs and
crushed it.
Yes, I fed it to a lion that I keep. I go to the front door.
Careful, that thing's gonna kill you.
Dude, what? Don't make it, dude. What? Bird flu, motherfucker?
No. The lion that you
will fucking kill you,
bro.
Birds have You know, birds have AIDS, by the way.
Make sure you wash your hands.
Well, dude, I skinned these fuckers, bro. But I couldn't get it out of the blanket at first, dude. Like, it would not leave the fucking blanket. I'm like, dude, why won't you just go? Like, I got it over. I kind of moved it. I'm trying to pop it out. So finally, dude, I grabbed a corner and I launched that pitch and went back corner. That bird got out of there.
Oh.
Yeah, he hit the ground. He fucked him up, and then he took off flying.
What?
He died. He's dead. Yeah, he's fucking dead, man. I didn't know Pete. You know.
He was just sleeping. Poor
tired.
He was tired.
Yeah.
Petey.
You threw
Yeah, well,
Petey.
I don't think he was dead until he hit the fucking ground. It was pretty hard.
You know what?
I tried to
mercy.
I didn't mean to hurt. Yeah, fuck that bird. Fuck that bird. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. Fuck that bird.
All right.
So that's my bird story.
Man, that's
like
life is hard sometimes, man, for all species.
All right. Well, he had it made outside this tree. I don't know why the fuck he came in here.
Fuck around and find out, bird.
Well, there's been places that I shouldn't have gone to.
Sure, but you never got mauled by a huge ass cat.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
All right.
Here's hoping.
Back in August, I believe, Kane, you put this message up on Facebook. Here we go.
What up? Fuck. This is going to be awkward. Not just for me, but for both of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is.
Man, where do I begin, right? And you know, I mean, the only reason why I would even attempt to put any of my personal business out there is because I have a lot of friends and I have a lot of people that maybe just need to hear something, you know, maybe anything that I've done or that I could do, you know, could help somebody else, man. I mean, I'm all for it. And I don't give a fuck. I'm me, you know. My kids are proud of me, so I mean, what I'm running from, right? You know, I don't need to run from the troop. I'll tell you that much.
All right. Well,
so the stogie on that brother, right?
Damn, that was a good joint.
This has been hitting great all morning. Well, let's stay on point. I know I need.
ADD's a motherfucker. ADD is a motherfucker, boys.
Like I got a mess up here, man. Like I got a mess.
No, that's a nice head of hair, man.
That's a fucking full. That's a manly head of hair.
I'm sorry, I had to do a scratch. You scratch and pull. All right. Anyway.
Ooh, the old scratch and pull.
You know what I think I might do?
It's like the tug and rub.
Put together. I might write something down. Put together something. Have it be a little bit more coordinated and thought out than just some spur of the moment shit. I just know, you know, if anybody needs help out there, you know, with any type of substances or any type of suicidal thoughts or depression or anything like that, don't hesitate to get help, man. Just grab some help, you know. Even for some of us that just don't think that that's ever a good thing is to bring some help into your life, because you got it, man. I got this, I just got to do this. And then you make this plan, and then it goes this way, and then I'll just do this and this and this, and then I know what to do, then I'll just do this. And it never quite goes how those plans are supposed to go. Number one, there's always some variations that happen.
Number one,
because you have to adjust for whatever's ailing you, whatever you know, might be your thing. So you got to adjust to that, because that's what's in control. So, you know. Anyway, I'm just going to put together something a little better. I just really wanted to get it out there as I feel better every day and back to myself. You know, I'm thinking, man, I mean, I know there's some people that I should bring with me back on this side. You know, back to fucking life, should I say. So I need to get off my ass a little bit, and maybe I can help some people out, you know. I'll come up with something. Gia.
All right, so you know
that's kind of rough.
You got a little emotional. You got a little verklempt there for.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that are asking, you know, what's happening. You know, spill your tea was someone's comment. You know what I mean? So, are you ready to walk us through this?
I mean, it's not that big of a story. It's not that long of a story either, because it's happened to so many people I know. Years ago when I started, look, I've always been a partier. I've always, did some blow here and there back in the band days. I drank, I used to own a bar 2 different times. I mean, I'm no stranger to no party. But one thing I didn't do a lot is anything that, I knew was like too bad. Like I never did heroin. I never tried crack. I never did meth. I always stayed away from the ones that were that line. You know what I mean? That I always felt, in my opinion, were the line. And so with that being said, I never developed an addiction to any of these things other than I really liked, party and have a good time. Like I was addicted to that more than any one specific thing. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed going out and hanging with the boys way too much for too long into my life. In your early 30s, you're supposed to be starting to put that stuff to bed. I did not till my early 40s. Then I started growing up like I should and, being more responsible with my time. You know what I'm saying? So when I started this job, when I came back from Michigan, excuse me, my voice has been gone, man. I apologize for that. It's been like 2 weeks, man. It's either I had laryngitis or something, but I don't know. It's just hard to get over. Anyway. Excuse me.
Oh, no worry. Take a drink.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Take a sip of the potion.
Ooh, ice water will get me every time. So, long story short, man, this is kind of hard. It's kind of difficult, a little bit. It's not, but it is because, like I said in that video, the only reason why I would ever put my business or my family's business out there is because I have a lot of friends, and I know a lot of my friends are in the situation that I've been in, that I was in, that I'm currently in all stages of this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got to take in a prescription Percocets a couple years ago. I have a very hard job. Not that that's an excuse, but a lot of us who work hard jobs, outside jobs, physical jobs, very physical jobs. Sometimes I hump furniture 12 to 14 hours in a day. You know what I'm saying? And work 70 to 80 hours a week sometimes. I mean, that's a lot. That's 2 full-time jobs doing a job that's super hard physically. And I'm older, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm almost 50. I'm doing well. I think I look pretty good for almost 50, but my job requires you to act like you're 25. So I would catch myself taking a couple perks here and there. My back hurt. I was sore. My knees hurt. Sometimes you get injured on this job all the time. Little injuries that you just work with. You sprain your wrist. You pull a muscle in your back, and you just still got to go to work the next day.
Right.
So those Percocets you take, for one reason or another, they start becoming an everyday thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost you don't realize it, but almost all of a sudden you're doing them every day. 1 in the morning, then you're doing 1 in the morning, 1 at lunch, and then you do get hurt. Then you do pull the muscle really bad, and then you actually have to take a little bit more than you should because you have a tolerance. And all these things start accumulating after a while. And before you know it, excuse me, you have a problem and you didn't even know that you were developing it because it's not like you went out there to do heroin, to do fentanyl, to do any of these strong opiates that you'll eventually take because of these Percocets, these pain pills. So I was aware of it and I said, oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm just gonna stop. I don't like how I feel like I might need them. This was probably like a year ago when I first realized it. It was like, all right, man, you got to chill out. And I couldn't. And that was a devastating moment because, like I told you earlier, I've never had anything that really grabbed me. Dude, I used to be able to smoke cigarettes for 3-4 months and then get in a health kick and quit for 2 years. Like that. Pick them up, put them down like that. I could do that with any drug or alcohol. Like if I felt like I was drinking too much, I could easily go a month without drinking. I would always switch up. I would just smoke weed for the month. And this was something that your arrogance, my arrogance about being like, well, that could never happen to me, fucking smacked me so hard. You know what I mean? Like it really lets you know, look, dude, you are not in control even a little bit once the new you comes around. Because I've said this to the cats, the best way to describe like being full-blown addicted to something, it's like you're in the back seat of your car and the new you is driving and you're just letting him, like you're telling him, hey man, we need to go this way. And he's like, nah, bro, chill out. I got this. you're like, okay, as long as you get what I feel like I need, you're running shit okay up there. When the new you is not. The new you is destroying your life slowly, and that's what happened to me for a minute, man. It just, I got taking these pills for a long time, and then, then when the pandemic hit, you couldn't get Percocets really anymore. Like they had kind of stopped with giving scripts out because of all the addiction from Percocets and the Oxycontins came out, and how the doctors lied, and there's this big thing, and all these people are addicted in the pill mills in Florida. That's when the shit started hitting the fan for the pill industry.
Well, hey, hold 1 second here. Let's give that golden voice a rest for us 1 second.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's get you off the pulpit for a minute. So, everyone here, for the most part, 4 of us, and probably the 8 in the chat, we've had some fun with some drugs,
sure,
whatever you want to call it. And a lot of us have been sick, or we've had a broken arm, or who knows what, right?
Sure.
So it comes to this point where, why is it that the legal stuff, right, the Percocet portion of it is the problem, where the other stuff isn't? You know what I mean? Like, not for everybody.
That's how they made it. I mean, it's look, we can sit here and get on a conspiracy kick or get on things that really can't be proven because they're good. But I mean, there's a lot of documentation on how, the pharmaceutical companies like literally lied under oath in Congress about Oxycontin, about this. And then as soon as they sworn testimony under Congress, they were allowed to retire from their job, get their pension, and they moved to another country. Like, they've been systematically, legally doing this. Anytime something comes out, they just take these, they're called balloon funds. They just take a balloon fund and they give it to one of the CEOs that are there as a parting gift. Okay, but you take the heat. Okay, you lied. Get the fuck out of here. Now they live in Belize where there's no extradition.
All right, so what was it about the Percocet feeling and stuff that was different than, say, alcohol, weed, or whatever?
Well, it's an opiate. And listen, and the thing about an opiate is it literally, it's a pain reliever. You won't, like, I took them genuinely as what they were intended to do, was to keep my back and my sciatica nerve from it so I could work the next day. Like, keep, my knees and my feet, after, say, like 2 14, 15-hour days back to back, let's say out of town, and you're at a hotel and you didn't sleep the night before, you're sore all night. Hey, man, sometimes it was like you either had to call off because you just couldn't do it, or why not just, hey, man, take one of these Perc 10s and, go to work and be all right. That's a bitter pill to swallow, but I mean, that's the reality of how hard my job was to me. You know what I mean? I mean, we would go through people like it was crazy in the summertime because it's a hard job, but there's a benefit of it because, if you do it right and like the job right, you actually get paid to work out and get healthy, and basically you do CrossFit all day, and so it's a mindset too, and then if you do your job right with safely, you're not going to, you can minimize all the injuries too, man. So after a while, you also let that job become the excuse of why you're going to keep doing them. You know what I mean? Like, you took them for an honest reason, let's say, to start with, but I mean, when you should have chilled, but I can let my job be my excuse for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's because you like them. And now you feel not only good, but you're kicking ass. Like, you're working like you would work at 25. You're doing circles around other cats because you're good at your job. And you're just a beast anyway. It allows you to be that beast you were 10, 20 years ago. So it has a lot of appeal other than, you can't drink alcohol on the job, and you don't want to smoke weed on this kind of job because you don't want to be mellow and tired, and you want to be able to go and load up somebody's house, drive 3 hours, and unload it the same day. So
Sylvie from the Queen Sylvie podcast here in Toledo says, appreciate him sharing his experience and journey while it's self-therapeutic for him, and I'm sure it's making a difference for someone else. And we agree, and that's kind of the whole thing.
Sure. Well, the part that I hope makes a difference is because in the midst of this, when the pandemic started, you couldn't get the Percocets no more. So you started seeing a flux of fake Percocets on the street, and they were the green ones. A Perc 30 is like a light blue pill, That's at the before I kind of switched over to these other ones. That's kind of what like everybody does who do perks, because you don't want to sit there and swallow 6 Percocets, 5s or whatever like that. You just, when you can get it like a 30 all in one pill, little, and I never used needles when I did do the fentanyl. I never did none of that stuff because I was a snorter. I used to like doing blowback in the day halfway because I snorted it, just being candid. So I would snort those. I wouldn't take it intravenously. I wouldn't drink it.
You like the way it smelled?
I did actually. I did. And yeah. See,
sorry.
No, that's good, man. That's good. Humor's great. You better keep your sense of humor because you're gonna need it. You're gonna fucking when you shit your pants 6 times in one day at rehab, you're gonna need that sense of humor.
You have your shitty diaper and your humor.
So if that was a movie, would that be The Brown Mile?
Oh my God, the Brown 10-mile strip, bro. Dude.
Sorry.
So anyway, real quick. Where was I at? Shit.
You will solve the great mystery.
Streaming only on Peacock.
This is Robert Langdon. The suspect called him.
I teach symbology. He wants me to locate an ancient portal buried within the Capitol.
From the author of the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons.
It's your dad. The people who took him want me to find the piece of a very old puzzle.
And executive producers Ron Howard and Brian Grazer.
We have to finish this or my dad is dead.
Dan Brown's The Lost Symbol. Streaming now with new episodes every Thursday. Only on Peacock.
Life gets a lot more magical when you dream. So let's dream of a vacation unlike any other. A magical Disney cruise.
Hiya, pal!
Where new stories meet tales as old as time.
Enchanté, mon ami!
And your family will be cared for the moment you step aboard. Sail from Florida to Disney's private island paradise and get ready for a dream come true with Disney Cruise Line.
Percocets.
You did this. Anyway, so shit. I just had it.
About the blue pill. The blue pill.
Oh yeah. So during the pandemic, these fake ones come out, and that's how people. Most of us got introduced to fentanyl, not from like doing heroin and trying to get heroin straight, is because they started cutting these fake Percocets with fentanyl. Now, when you got these, they were twice as good as a regular one and twice as cheap. And then, so that's a really bad combination. Mm-hmm. So then, I'm getting these and I'm not paying as much money. I'm doing better at my job. I'm thinking everything's going good. But what it's doing is it's building up for when it's not going to do good. You know what I'm saying? When you can't keep a drug like that under control. Like I did for a year basically. But then once it starts falling apart, rapidly. Mm-hmm. And either you do something about it and you step out and you get help, or you're gonna go under, And I started going under a little bit because like I said, I tried to stop on my own and I couldn't, And when you get sick from these, like you get sick, like I've never even thought somebody was possible to get sick and still live. Like I didn't know you could even be that sick and still live. Like you want and you feel like you're dying through this when you go through this withdrawal. And that's why every time I would get to like, day 2 and 3 of it, like I would cave in, on my own. I would end up getting a couple perks, or a little bit of fentanyl. And then I would just do a little bit and be okay. And take all that away and then stay off, go to work. And then, just try to wean yourself down, and you're really lying to yourself because you're keeping it in your system just at a very low level so you can go back to functioning. But it's just keeping it on you and in you. So I tried that a couple of times, and then I realized that I had to do something else. Like this was something that I could not do on my own, only because I have access. All I gotta do is make a phone call and call any one of my friends, who deal with that stuff would be buying a second for me. And I needed somewhere to go. And I knew if I went and checked myself into rehab, because I was gonna have to tell my kids that morning or the morning before everything that's happened, like everything that I've been doing, that I lied to them about it. I'm sorry. I just felt like shit, and that I'm going to rehab tomorrow. And they were shocked. Like, what do you mean? Wait, what? And I knew I had to jump out of that plane right then or I wasn't gonna. So the next morning, man, after I talked to everybody, my boss, and shout out to my boss, John, and who's one of my best friends in life. I love him to death. Like he reached out to my kid's mom because he's seen the change in me. And if it wasn't for him and my kid's mom, Steph Woods, I mean it, man. Like they saved my life. I mean, I had to do it myself, but they really offered the bridge of like, hey, man, now's the time, Kane. Like before something happens, before you disappoint your kid, before any of that shit that you hear happens when somebody hits rock bottom before they get help. I want to avoid that.
Hey, Kane.
So I just
So first of all, it's hard to love you even more, but now we're going deep into a deeper level, Jesus, and Jesus loves you too.
Thanks.
Well,
Yeah,
Jesus loves some of you.
Some of you. Yeah, that's right. hey, listen, you guys fight amongst your people who it is.
So what I want to say is, first of all, that's the one thing that everyone loves about you coming on the show, and we haven't had you on in a long time. It wasn't because of you were just busy or just.
It was all those things, but it was me being busy. But it was also I knew I wasn't in the shape to talk. You know what I'm saying, and like feel comfortable because I would have been lying, and I'm not going to do that. I wasn't ready to do that. You know what I mean?
And Kane is real world, man. He's the fucking truth.
So. Well,
I try, man. I try.
So it's like
it's hot as fuck in here, man.
Well, it's almost like he's a life's news reporter from maybe a side of life that people won't admit.
That's a great way to put that. That's a great way to put that.
We love
hands on, baby, hands on.
What I want to say is like, I think some of us, not all of us, some of us are just not pill people. And
right. I wasn't either. But look I was not either. I had not took a Percocet in my life until I was 40.
And that's what's dangerous about it.
Right. I think part of me, what my question or comment is like, part of me says your body is trying to tell you something. Your body's trying to tell you something.
I can hear you.
You're supposed to listen and not shut that voice up. And when your
body
says, your tailbone is in pain, don't move. You shouldn't numb it and then start moving.
That's right.
What do you got to say? You've obviously learned something from this. Clearly,
many things, man. Many things.
So, if you're going to speak to somebody that's started this path or might start a path of like, man, I got to mask this irritation. What do you say to Kane before that first Percocet, basically?
Well, I would slap the dog shit out of him because I knew better. Look, I don't know if I've mentioned this before about how my father died. Like I found my father dead when I was young, me and my brother, and he had died from heroin overdose. Like I know better. I know what an opiate does. I know what it can do. And like I told you, it's the arrogance of somebody in their brain to feel like, well, that's them. I'm way stronger than that. Like I'm way stronger than that person, this person. Like there's no way I would lie to my kids over some drugs. Shit. Once that shit gets in there, buddy, you will lie to God, Jesus, your mom, your kids, yourself. Like, I mean, I told my son, Aaron, man, I said, dude, there was a month there, like toward the end when I remember I could not even look at myself while I brushed my teeth because I didn't want to look at myself. Yeah. Because I was such a fraud of who I am and the values I try to teach my kids. I become a fraud. I become a shell of myself. And it was disgusting, man. And until you reach that stage, if you are already using, until you are disgusted with your behavior and you're truly disgusted with the person you become and you stop lying, because it wasn't until I was in rehab, till literally the day 3 when you're getting so sick, the day I always ran from, where I had thrown up for 24 hours straight.
No way.
Listen, bro, straight. I had laid in the shower for 12 of them hours because I'd shit my pants so many times throwing up. Like it was so bad and it was so much bile and your body was pushing out so much poison. It wasn't until that moment I was laying in the shower and I said out loud and I heard myself and I was like, you become a junkie. Like you turned yourself into a junkie in 6 months to a year. Like that was, if you're not ready to say that to yourself, you don't believe that to be true yet. So in the back of your mind, you're still in control. And like I said, man, if you don't realize you're not driving the car anymore, then it's going to be a long road, man. It's going to be a long road until you're ready.
So
and I feel like I got in and got out, man. I mean, I'm very fortunate. You know, I'm not saying I'm over. I'm not saying I'm back. I'm saying like right now, like I know I'm good. I've been good, and I hope I'm good tomorrow.
So the question, so I think the only question about this that would be beneficial to anybody is if somebody feels like they are at that point or arriving to that point where you went to rehab, what are the steps they should do to seek help? Is there a website? Is there
Well, there is, but it depends. If you're at the stage you're talking about, you don't need that yet because you've caught it. If you're realizing right now that, hey man, I'm taking these too much, or hey man, it's not a party anymore, or you know, I was doing these just that. If you're starting to realize that you're grappling with it, you have to throw all of your strength into the fight right now. Because you can avoid so much pain, you can avoid so much disappointment and guilt, and that's what keeps a lot of people in addiction is guilt. It's trauma. It's things that they feel guilty about, and then once they you know turn to drugs for a while, that guilt right there will fuel it even more because you're so ashamed. You're so ashamed of what you've done, and you know, and the cliche always comes out like, man, you don't love your kids enough, or you know, you don't love, you know, it just always comes down to stuff like that. When
the only thing I have to say about that is I hate the word drugs. I don't think drugs is a fair term because it carries a lot of baggage from Nancy Reagan. You know what I mean? And
right, and that's because they lumped all drugs into one category of drugs. But make no mistake about it, fentanyl and Percocets, those are drugs.
Right.
Those are drugs. That's the definition of a drug. Like what made it bad and nasty when Nancy fuckface Reagan did that shit with her fucking dumbass husband, say no to drugs. They made it to where like marijuana was a drug. Like everything meant that. So I hate it when people refer to marijuana as a drug because that's clearly not a drug, a pharmaceutical. That's not.
Right.
It's not fentanyl.
Not even close. And let me tell you something. Shout out to marijuana because without it, man, it would have been even a harder process. You know, after I was in rehab, I went up north with my kids' moms to Michigan to get away from everything for a while. Just to I needed further time to collect myself. And thank God, man, I had a dispensary right there. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if you're able to and it won't hurt your job, get some edibles. You know, if you're trying to get off any type of opiate, get some edibles, man.
What
get
about
some
CBD?
Edibles.
What's CBD?
CBD, same thing. But I mean, I don't know what that's going to do for like real withdrawal. But what THC will do is it'll be able to make you eat. It'll settle your stomach. You know what I mean? You'll be able to hold down water. You'll be able to sleep at night and not have the restless leg syndrome where you're tossing in dirt. Excuse me, because I didn't sleep for the first 6 days when I first got clean. I didn't sleep for 6 days. And then I started sleeping like an hour at a time, because it was horrible. It was horrible.
Well, if anything else, we are so happy that you shared that, and I know a lot of people. I'm sure you'll have probably a couple hundred people watch this video after we air here today, because people really, the one thing that they love about you is that it's a life lesson or a laugh. It's one of the two. Or maybe both at the same time.
Yeah, we've had both tonight.
Before we go, man, I just want to stress this. Hey, I'm not sitting up here acting like I'm cured or I'm better or I have all the answers either, man, because I do not. Listen, I do not. But I tell you who does. It's people that know more than you. So if you need help and you need to go somewhere, Arrowhead is a great place. That's where I went. They got really good people there. You know, they'll take your insurance. You know, and they'll work with you when you get there what you need. If it's alcohol, they have that whole side for alcohol. If it's benzos, if it's opiates, and they work for just you. Like I didn't need the counseling and I didn't need the group sessions. Now I needed to get over the physical part. My mental was fine and free. I was trapped physically by this drug after a while. I could not physically not have it and still function in my daily life. I needed to get over that. And that's what they did. As soon as I was over that and it was out of my body, they discharged me. You know? Right. But if you need to stay longer because yours is more of a psychological dependency, they have that also. But you just have to call. You have to call because nobody's going to slide help under your door one day. It just doesn't work like that. You have to go get it. And that's, I mean, And if you do love yourself, you do love your kids. I'm not saying that you picked one or the other, but when you're armed with a little bit of knowledge like this, and it seems like more like, you give yourself a nudge for them. For anybody that loves you, anybody, do it for them, if not for yourself.
All right.
And let's not make it a stigma. There's no shame in it.
Yeah.
No, there's no shame if you relapse, if you do anything, as long as you are trying to do the right thing and go on the right path. It doesn't matter how many times you fall down. It doesn't matter if this is your first time and you nailed it, or it's going to be what if I go 7 times and then nail it? Hopefully you keep the people that love you around you, and they'll forgive you because you're not a douchebag, you're not a dirtbag, you're not a liar, you're not all these things anymore that you were the first time. You're just somebody with a disease who needs help more than others sometimes.
I think I hate to say, I would phrase it as still support you rather than forgive you, only because you had a deal and they just support you. I don't think that you did anything wrong per se.
Right. Well, there's different levels of this. There's some people that have robbed and stolen, took their kids' toys back. I mean, there's levels of everybody's own penance. Everybody has to do their own penance, and whatever that is, that's between them and their family. But at the end of the day, if you want your life back, if you ever want the road, because it has to start somewhere if you really want them to forgive you. There has to be a day one. There has to be these things that you set in motion that help you.
Andy, you're almost finishing school and therapy. You've got to have some commentary.
No, he's doing brilliantly.
Yeah,
honestly, the amount of hope that you could actually provoke in people by just being authentic. You do a good job being authentic. That's something that everybody in therapy strives for.
And it's
at least on the counseling level.
It's the easiest thing to do is be yourself, man.
Exactly,
be yourself.
Yeah, and
I guess
as long as you can. As I've been told, you have a box to work in. What corners you hit and in which order you hit those corners is up to you. Just remember to stay. The box is huge. Just remember to stay in the box.
It can be as big as you want it to be.
Yeah. Those are your ethical boundaries. Yep. And as long as you come through as an authentic, a genuine person, and you really want to help people get better or cope, for that matter,
right?
And you have that mindset. It's fantastic.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I'm trying.
I'm
trying every day in this.
I don't
it's a
have
struggle, man.
I don't have the addictions counseling chops necessary to go too much into depth with it, but as far as just like a general thing, yeah.
Hey, man, therapy's therapy, man. Somebody listening to you and giving you good advice. I mean, that's all you need in life in anybody. Somebody who's actually cares about your well-being. If they have good advice for you, listen to them. It's hard for some alpha males types like myself to realize, hey man, we don't have all the answers, and hey man, this guy probably could help me, and maybe I should ask for some help. It's so hard for somebody like me to do that, and I just wish it wasn't. I wish it wasn't.
I mean, you might,
you should, and people should listen to Kane. Because
I don't know about listening to me.
Well, no, I mean, when
hear what he has to say.
Dude, you're a motherfucking badass, and you're fucking real. And to have you talk honest to goodness truth like that, I think will help out tons of fucking people.
I hope so, man. I hope so. I got a lot of friends, and I hope I bring them with me, man. I do, because I need the help from them too. It'd be nice to have the
community.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
So the thing of it is, though, is I don't really see you as an alpha male. I just don't.
Because I'm not a dick. Though.
I think you have to be a large asshole to be an alpha male.
No, we're changing that too. That's not true. That is not true at all, man.
You could still get a hug from Kane, no matter who you are.
Goddamn right.
You know what I mean? So I don't see you as an alpha male, but that's beside.
Maybe I should say leader. I'm a leader, not a follower. That's for sure.
All right. So I still have a couple more videos that require some commentary, if you don't mind.
Yeah, man. Good. Let's hit this. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, folks,
thank you for your positive message, Kane Loke.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Side note, my electric bill's been $300 a month, right? So I turned off my fucking Central Air like 2 days ago, thinking because it's been cool. Dude, that was a mistake. It has been so fucking hot and muggy in my house. But I'm not gonna. What?
I heard it's gonna get cool though now.
That's what I thought. So I'm holding out. I'm holding the fuck out, dude. But dude, this podcast, I have been sweating like I had Jesus' microscope on me, dude.
No, I know. It seems like it's getting hotter and hotter. It's
hey,
like
fuck
what
dude.
the
Well,
fuck? It's already September.
Yeah, no shit, man.
All right, so here's a little commentary, folks. Internet videos. Video number 2. Here we go. Let me make sure I got the right one. Where to go? Here we go.
And my brothers, I heard David said just the other day, oh, if I had wings like this dove, for then
I wouldn't give him no money.
Away. Amen. And be at rest.
Right on the floor.
Oh, that's great.
My God.
Oh, that's great.
Did he crush it before? Was he emotionally just
crushed it? The
Do you guys
oxygen out of it.
One more time.
Slow motion if we.
And my brothers, I heard David said just the other day, oh, if I had wings like this dove, for then will I fly away and be at rest.
Oh, I don't know what he did.
No, he killed it before.
Hey, he said like this dove. Like this dove. Like this dove.
Now,
I want commentary like that throughout my everyday
life.
Yeah,
I want him to do it. Hey, Ken woke up today and he's as white as a dove.
You could go to the Taco Bell, or you
White
could
as
go to
a
Wendy's.
Cut that nut slot, motherfucker.
Let's walk the line. Walk the line. Walk the line.
Yeah, easy, Green.
Hey.
All right.
What?
Bugging with you.
Are you ready? I've got one more video.
If it's about birds, bro, we're gonna talk after the show.
No. I had 2 bird videos prepared.
Sure.
I have another one, but Kane, if you could, just unmute your microphone.
Yeah, I got you.
Pretend you're the newscaster from Life, like you're Life's news reporter.
All right.
Here we go. Everyone, be careful. Here we go.
Oh shit! Are you kidding me, dude? Whatever's happening. Oh no, we're not.
Oh,
they kept going. Holy shit! Dude, this is on Life's bloopers and practical jokes. Oh my God, the old lady's having a fucking coronary, and these idiots didn't realize the casket just got 200 pounds lighter.
Who fucking made that casket?
Yeah, what the fuck? You didn't notice that the whole fucking weight of the casket just went.
Hold on.
Wow.
Hold on a second.
I got really strong.
Did you see the lady? Did you see the lady? What she did when the body fell? Watch this.
Oh,
One more time. Here we go.
Oh yeah, her. Oh my God. Somehow my mic got muted. What the fuck? Hey, were people laughing in the background or were they crying?
I think there was somebody that was laughing.
A little bit of both.
It seemed like an Indian Benny Hill.
That is that is very unfortunate. But like, if that was my funeral, I'd be like, hell yeah, that's how I want to go out.
Oh my God.
That was an Indian Benny Hill. I was waiting to hear the music. You know the music of Benny Hill?
It's just
BENI
Hill.
Benny Hill music.
It's Benny. It's Benny.
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill. What is that? That music is I think it's called Yakety Sax or something.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
So yeah, when you know you're in a third world country or something, when your funeral procession is
casket's made of Play-Doh.
No, it's led by a motorcycle or a moped. You know.
Yeah, no shit. I didn't realize that. Hey, when a kid driving, it's like a 4-year-old smoking cigarettes driving.
Now, can you imagine, like, you got to, like, break the crowd to make sure that the funeral procession is going, but you got that one little, that ringer on your...
Ring.
And that bottom of that casket didn't even look like it was like a full plank. Like a full plank. It looked like it was, like, just straps of, like, fucking...
Cardboard.
Pegboard or whatever, yeah.
It was wet cardboard.
Yeah.
It wasn't before they put the body in there.
Chinese drywall.
Oh, dude, what if the body was just leaking?
Oh, juice. We all turned back to juice.
So why did that lady part her skirt and jump on the dick of that fucking dead body?
It's like she was covering his face, like he got he looked terrible.
His junk.
What is his fucking? I don't know. What do we?
Either end, man.
Here we go.
Yeah, let me see this shit. Wham! Wow, the one dude trips over it. Yeah, that's his face. That's his face. Hey, but why?
How is that not a setup?
Wow! Like wow! What?
Yeah, I would be doing something like that and playing jokes on people. I'd be walking around with a casket and have the body fall down.
Right, but it would be a fucking mannequin in there.
Hidden camera shit.
Like you know what? But see, this is an actual learning. This is an actual teaching moment for everybody, and I want to know if you guys are with me on this.
No.
And as Kane is, many people have had hard times in their life. Where we've struggled with addiction. We have, trying to find jobs or money's not coming in. The air conditioning ain't working right. But everybody needs somebody in their life that, it's a support system. And whatever it is in your life, you find yourself a woman like that woman did to that dude.
Right.
Sat on your face and you're dead.
Right. She's like, baby, I got you. They'll never see your lips.
I'm gonna tell you what, you find yourself someone like that because everybody that's married out there, you look at, would your wife do that for you? I say no.
Or like the Jackie O picking up fucking brains.
Not in America.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, here, take these. Can you put these back?
That lady, either she thought that that dead body just landed on a jellyfish and she needed to pull it real quick.
Right.
God bless.
Hey, listen, maybe through their 32 years of marriage, he never once ate her pussy, and as soon as she had the chance,
right there,
she was like, "Motherfucker,
last rites of
motherfucker, take this."
She teabagged him.
She golden showered him and said, "Go to hell."
She finally got her revenge and then did little doo-doo on his face.
Oh, so many possibilities.
Wow. Yeah. Maybe she had a ferret. Maybe she had a ferret up her ass.
I say that video set out to do what it meant to do.
It did. It provoked discussion.
Mm-hmm.
It inspired creativity.
Definitely.
If I'm thinking, glass is half full. This is the message. Anybody that's listening today, and I'm sorry you didn't find, if you're audio only, like our friends in India, find the video. Find yourself a woman that even when you're dead and not even on this planet anymore, that someone has the courtesy to lift her skirt one more time.
One more time.
So that is that. Kane Loke.
Yo.
Once again, thank you so much. You are one of our. We get the most comments.
Yep.
One of the most comments for sure. From
awesome, man. Awesome. I love you guys, man. I love you guys dearly, man. I love doing this. I hope we can do it once a month again, man. I got a lot of adventures still to come, guys.
And Kane, I just want to ask you, like, at least for me, I consider you my personal fucking Jesus. Because I know, seriously. I mean, 12 years of Catholic education. I look at you like you're my Jesus.
All right,
like
your
real world, your real world. You fucking live the fucking life and stuff like that. You're a good fucking person.
Thanks, man. That's what I want. That's what I want.
To the fucking core.
Yeah, man.
And I have one question to ask you. At least for me, like, I'm living in times right now where it is really fucking crazy, and I feel like none of this is real, and I question my own reality and whatnot. But like, for like,
I can dig it.
For somebody like you, like, we live in these really weird times right now where it just seems like we are being pitted against one another.
Yeah.
Like, what, like, do you have any advice? Like for me, that I just feel like I'm completely lost. I'm completely in some type of fucking sub reality. Like, how can I make sense out of this? What, like, I just like the world is coming unhinged. What do you do? What do you think? What can you give us?
I genuinely, truly believe this wholeheartedly. If you can rely and lean and share with the people that mean a lot to you, that your love, that your family, whether it's your kids, whether it's your friends, whether that's your parents, it doesn't matter who. We're only here for such a short time. If you don't really indulge and dive into relationships that you have with your family and your friends and whoever that might be, you're missing out on the best parts of life. That's what I believe. I believe we've lost connection with each other. And I believe if people truly reconnect and care about the next person's, like, whatever, hey, man, I truly believe that everybody would get tighter from that. If your family unit gets tighter, I believe your community gets tighter.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know, be someone.
Thanks for putting that on me. God damn, bro.
Yeah.
No, that perfect answer. Perfect answer.
Be that somebody that. Be that person that someone can lean on you. Don't be the person
sure.
knocking
and
shit down.
And this is not
For
the
sure,
time
man.
to start fucking dividing. And
nah, man, no. Now's the time where you say to the powers that be, "Nice try, nice try."
It's time to start multiplying.
Right, we see what's going on, and the more you tell the powers that be that the masses are seeing what's going on, the more things have to change. That's just how change happens. Like, they will fool you as long as they can, and then when they got just like civil rights, whatever it might be, eventually they will cave. So we just got to stick together out here, man. That's right, man. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Love your neighbor, bro. Love your neighbor.
That's it, Kane. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll
have you guys. I love you guys.
Love you too, man. Thanks for being on.
Love, peace, and Afro Grease.
Woo!
Hey.
When you get Xfinity Internet, Flex is included free, and finding what to watch on TV is now as easy as popcorn. This is a way better way to watch.
Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to get a great offer on internet and add Flex for free. Restrictions apply.
Life gets a lot more magical when you dream. So let's dream of a vacation unlike any other. A magical Disney cruise.
Hiya, pal!
Where new stories meet tales as old as time.
Enchanté, mon ami!
And your family will be cared for the moment you step aboard. Sail from Florida to Disney's private island paradise and get ready for a dream come true with Disney Cruise Line.